But first, breaking news tonight. WA Premier Mark McGowan has stepped down. He made the shock announcement this afternoon, midday, local time. He said he's exhausted and burnt out, and that's the reason he's leaving.
But the truth is, I'm tired, extremely tired. In fact, I'm exhausted. The role of political leadership doesn't stop. It's relentless.
McGowan said he made the decision a few months ago that he wouldn't contest the next election and wanted to give his still-to-be-determined successor time to settle in. McGowan has been Premier 6 years, and in that time, he became a household name the country over. He was an incredibly divisive figure. To West Australians, his popularity unprecedented. He took a naturally conservative state and turned it red, the Liberals only holding 2 lower house seats in Parliament. Local polls had his popularity at over 80% during COVID. But to Australians in other states, he lacked empathy and separated families during the pandemic. He oversaw numerous brutal border closures and months of lockdowns. He kept the walls up long after other states had relaxed restrictions, accused of acting more like a president of WA than a premier. And his defence of China at times risked undermining national sovereignty. Here are Labor figures praising McGowan as a virtual god this afternoon.
What really stood out to me was just his ongoing relentless commitment to making a difference to the people of Western Australia, and it's very clear that he did it every single day. And I think it is always very hard to make a decision to go out when you're on top, but that's exactly what Mark McGowan has done.
Oh, as a political star, there's no doubt about that. This guy was a sensational politician. To get your opposition, especially the Liberal Party in Western Australia, down to 3 in your lower house is just amazing.
But Coalition Shadow Minister from WA, Michaelia Cash, said his legacy is not all favourable.
I wish Mr McGowan all the best, and I do acknowledge his service to Western Australia. It really is now time for the next Labor Premier, whoever that may be, whoever the unions and the factions decide will lead Western Australia, to really start focusing on, for the next 2 years, the issues that matter to Western Australians.
And former Coalition Arts Minister Peter McGowan questioned why McGowan would leave after just 6 years as Premier when his popularity was this high.
It's a shock. It's not even a surprise, but it's pretty weird too. What's Premier McGowan tired of? Trampling a 5-member opposition? It doesn't make a lot of sense, and we'll take him at face value.
In terms of his local record, well, police are dropping out of the force at record numbers. The social housing waitlist is upwards of 34,000 people. The Metrolink is billions of dollars over budget and over time. And there are some of the highest ambulance ramping hours in the country. It's a mess, all left now for the next government or the next leader to clean up. WA Liberal President Caroline De Russo will join me shortly to discuss all of this. But here is McGowan himself explaining just a couple of hours ago why he decided to step down right now.
Sort of builds up over time. I didn't want to, I sort of worked out I didn't want to fight the next election. And so the next election is, what, 20 months away or so? You know, so therefore, at what point in time do I leave? And I wanted to give my successor, whoever that is, the opportunity to cement themselves and create their own way and their own agenda.